go check my I want to check if the audio is working. No. Let's go check if the audio is working. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, great. So the audio works. It's good. Right now we're gonna be weathering this center beam. No, not center beam. We're just gonna be weathering this harbor car. It's right here. Now, what I'm gonna be using today is this brush. This brush is for all of the little dust effects and stuff. So we're gonna be using this for everything. So let's zoom in here. Sorry if it's a little shaky, it's the tripod. We're going to be just dusting up the sides. This is what I'm using. I'm using this one. This color of this brand. And I'm using Orange Rust. So Orange Rust works relevantly well because it like gives it like a highlight. So it's kind of like, how do I say this? It's kind of like, it just shows how dirty and dusty it can get. So it's perfect. So you can see how it's working right there. Now we're gonna work it on the sides a little bit. There we go. That's all. You don't need too much. Work it on the sides right here. That's all. You see? You don't really need too much, especially in the very center of these cars. You get too much, it doesn't really look realistic. You get the right amount, it looks very realistic. So let's zoom out here. Actually, no, we don't need to. We just need to reposition the camera. So now I'm just doing this side right here first, so I can get a better view of how I want it. So weathering, it's not about what other people want or what other people suggest, and you listen to them, so you do it how they want it to be done. It's about how you want it to be done. It's about how your style of weathering isn't just good for you, right for you. It is you, you know? So that's just how I see it. You know, you could see it as, oh, there's techniques, you have to follow the techniques. I say follow the techniques until you reach a level point where, you know, you don't need to. You can find your own techniques, do your own thing. There's a lot of people in this world that's trying to bring you down or you know, tell you that you can't do it, you're too young or too old, or you just don't have the skills. I say don't listen to those people. I say do what you want, you know? Do what you believe that you're made for. You know, serve that purpose. And I love weathering, so I'm gonna keep doing it no matter what. I hope you guys seen that train crash video thing I posted. I mean, I think I did a pretty good job on it. I liked it. And that's just me. How are you guys doing though? I know a lot of people are what's it called? Are on summer break or trying to find jobs. I know I'm trying to find a job. I applied for a couple of jobs not too long ago. Find out who could give me one. You know what I mean? All right. So what we're gonna do in the middle, how to get this effect right here, right here. We're going to use earth brown, and then we're gonna use flat black. So shake them up. All right, pop them up, pop them open. And then mix together. There we go. I believe we're gonna be doing the roof today. I don't know yet. Get your mixing brush and mix. So what we're doing right now is we are going to make a, how do I say this? A dry brushing effect. That'll show scratches. It'll be simulating a bit of kick up, dirt, mud, splatter, just grime in general, just to make the car a little bit, aged. You can see on the sides, they already finished doing the sides and they look pretty good. I think they look pretty good for me. I like it. And then not so long ago, I did this car. Man, I love this car. Really do. I mean, I did a bunch of stuff to this car. So that's one of the cars I'm pretty proud of. It's right here, just on my desk. Oh, shoot. I had paint in my hand, and I grabbed the car. And luckily, no paint got on it. Huh. That's great. All right, good. Thought I had to redo something there. All right, so now for the dry brushing effect, we're going to use this brush right here, and we're just gonna dab it on. So you're gonna get a little bit of paint on your paintbrush and dab it on a piece of paper next to you. What is this doing here? A little bit more. Did you guys see that? The lights flickered. That's weird. That's been happening too for a little bit. All right, so now we just dab it on there. Here, let's zoom in so you can see. There we go. Do it on the sides. I'm doing it a little bit on this side. And then of course, we're not gonna do too much. So I'm doing it a little bit up here, just to show some scratching effects. There we go. How about we get a little bit more? There we go. That looks pretty good. All right, so now that we got that done, we're just gonna highlight it now. Now we're gonna get our brush like this. We're gonna get some more orange. And then we're going to dab it on the sides. Streak it down from up, if you understand that. Then you're gonna really start seeing that major difference. Okay, so now we're gonna get a little bit black. There we go. We're just gonna get a little bit of black, not so much. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. That is complete bay. Now, to the next two. This is the last two. And then, I think I might do the ends right now. So, I just need to find a picture of the ends. Or not a picture, just like a reference photo. Alright, so, since this one's a little bit closer, this one's going to be a little bit more heavier. I'm actually going to highlight this one a little bit more. Only because it's like white. It's like a lot of white in it, so I don't like that. I'm gonna take that out. There we go. All right, I think that looks good. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna weather this one on the bottom a little bit with just black for right now. This is basically like black and then a little bit of brown because they're both mixed into this. So yeah, first we're gonna be highlighting everything with these weathering powders. Get the sides up. There we go. There we go. That's looking pretty good. All right. So since that is basically done with the weathering powders, we're going to get our dry brushing brush here. And we're going to add a little touch to it. We are adding oil paints. We're gonna add a little bit of oil paints. And then that'll just give it a little bit more texture, you know what I mean? We're gonna be also adding oil paints to the kick up on the ends. All right, here we go. Oh, that doesn't look good. Here, let's take some of that off. There we go. So now we're getting the effect. It's looking pretty good. There we go. All right, so now that we have that, I'm going to roughly get this middle part right here. So now that just looks like, you know, that looks like, you know, something popped up and hit it or something, or kick up or rocks, some stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that looks pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do next time is not add that, but yeah, next time I'm probably not gonna add that. Also, if you didn't know, this is like practice for all my other cars. Why is it practice? Because it's a white car. I mean, it's a white hopper car, so it'll be easy to practice on. So that's why this one is my practice card. So now what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing the kick up on the ends. So that's on this side. So I think I'm going to flip it. There we go. All right, so now this side is done right here. Put a little bit more right there. There you go. Oh, also right here because there's nothing right there. There we go. All right, so now that all this is done over here, we're going to be doing this side. All right, so you guys are seeing perfectly clear. Let's get some oil. Today we're going to be using burnt umber. Burnt umber is, you know, the oil we're using for this car. So I'm going to put some on my little napkin here. And then we are going to get our brush. So first of all, before anything, we need to dry brush this. So we're going to get our little dry brush here. And we're going to use this one instead because this one needs to be more efficient, more, how do I say this, more accurate. Okay, that looks good. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna start right here. There we go. That's pretty good. So you can see how this is actually bringing out like scratches and gouges and stuff. And honestly, it looks pretty good. So now we're going to get the sides. That means we have to hold it from the bottom over here. Since I can't see from over there, I have to bend this down. So since we're getting the sides, we gotta get the sides on here too. Great. Right. So that doesn't really matter. These don't really matter that much. It's kind of just, that's kind of just gonna be, you know, covered by what's it called? That's just gonna be covered by the kick up, big kick up. All right, so now I'm getting some more. Okay, so that looks like a huge scratch or something right there. You know what I mean? So let's transfer this here. We're gonna take a little bit off our brush because that seems like a lot. There we go. We're gonna get the sides all done up. Great. Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit off of there. Now we're gonna get some more, and we're gonna do this on the bottom. So So that's what I did right there on the bottom right here. A little bit more scratches and gouges right there. Dirt, old dust, pickup, mud, grime. This is looking pretty good right now. Okay, so now we're just going to add some more over here. And then we're gonna add the big kick up. So now we have a little bit more. And we're just going to bring this over here. There we go. That looks like pretty good mud right there. I'm going to fan this out. Here we go. We're gonna get a really good amount of orange on my brush. And we're going to weather the hell out of this right here. So that looks like old mud. That looks pretty good. So we're gonna add a little bit more black right here on the sides. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. This is really fun. I actually really like weathering cars like this. Mostly because it's like a puzzle. You know, you do the puzzle. It may take a while, maybe a bit boring for you and me, but the results, man, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for results. Okay, so now we're gonna get a little bit more, and we're gonna dab the inside right here. Okay, so you can't see that, but I can. How am I gonna handle that? There we go. So now you can see that what I'm doing here is I'm weathering the sides right here. I'm trying not to get in the way or have the camera, spaz out like that. So we're almost done with the underbody. Almost done, guys. Jesus Christ, this is looking really good. Now we're doing the ends right here. You know, you don't have to be too, careful or how do you say, precise or slow or take your time so much. You just really need to just get it done. You know what I mean? So you need to be very, how do I say this? Knowing of what you're doing, especially if you're doing something like this. We're gonna bring some rust up right here. There we go. we go. I don't really like this that much. I think that's too much. So, what do? If you don't like something, or you think you put too much of something that you don't want, and you just don't like it, you know? You just don't want it there, and you don't want to look at that because it's different, you know? Because it doesn't look as good as you thought it was going to come out. Well, you get a little bit of 70% isopropyl alcohol, and you rub it on the affected area. And sometimes taking off, axis like this, or how do I say this? Or what's it called? Man, where's the word? Or, if you made a mistake and you take it off and you reapply it, it looks better because of how much effort you put in it, how much it's going to turn out to be. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now we're going to do the kick up. Let's see. Yeah, that looks really good. All right, so now we're going to do, the kick up. It's the 5th time of me saying that. Sorry, guys. This is going a little bit slow. Let me see. How long has this live been up? It's been up like, what, 20 minutes now? It's not that slow. All right, here we go. So I need to see what I'm doing before I do it. And I'm trying to have you guys see as well. So you can see this part, taking my time because I really want to make this look very presentable. And this isn't for like a competition or anything. This is just, this is just how I weather my cars. Here we go. Okay, now we're gonna get a little bit more. Dab some axis off. A little more, dab some axis off. Recording these videos take a lot of time. Editing and everything. That's why I just choose to go live. It's a little bit more easier. And it's the same thing too. There you go. So now I have a little bit of scratches right there. That looks pretty good. All right, so kick up right here is almost done. I just need to do a little bit more touch-ups. All right, so now that looks really good. That looks really, how do I say this? Realistic. It'll look better right now once I put some highlights and some mud splatter on it. Now we're just gonna bring some of it up from right here. So we're gonna mark where we're gonna do it first by doing that. And then we're gonna get a bunch all over. And then we're gonna put it in the oil paint. And then we're gonna mix it, giving us that rich rust color. Now let's see how this comes out. It's looking pretty good. Taking some off, tapping some off. It's just layering these, you know what I mean? Just layering them one by one. And you add the little mud splatter right there. There we go. Now we're gonna do this side. That looks really good. Except that part. I don't really know what that is. I don't know how that got there either. It's fine, whatever. Mud. The thing about mud splatter and everything, it's not perfect. You know, you're not gonna have it all in one place, or it's all gonna be in a straight line. The only time it could probably be in a straight line is if it's a rust streak. Then there's an exception to make. Other than that, rust isn't perfect. And it just grows in very weird, different ways that we have no idea why about. No, at least I don't. Never really looked it up, so I don't really know what to say. There we go. A little bit more. Scratches, gouges. There we go. That looks pretty good. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we are going to highlight that with weathering powders. Once you're done with that one, put it in the little cup of water that you have. You need a cup of water at all times next to you so you can put your paints in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wait for that to dry. Get some brown highlighting weathering powder. A whole bunch of it. And just everywhere. All over. Everywhere you put rust, put this. Look at that. Look how good of a what's it called? Of a combination as that is. Looks pretty good. Looks like I scratched it a little bit right there. Yeah, that's okay. Looked like a rock. Boom, came up, hit that, scratched it off. So that looks pretty good. What we're gonna do, because I just found this out right now, so I'm gonna get a little bit more isopropyl alcohol. Not because I don't like it, it's because I do. I want it to look better. I'm going to take some off right here. And that's just gonna give us that streaking effect. That looks really good. Do it again. If it's not working for you, do it again. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna take some off right here. Only because I'm gonna reapply that. Because I don't really like how that looks. So now we're gonna reapply. Instead with our other one, we're gonna do it with this one. There we go. And now just spread that around a little bit. It's acrylic, so you gotta go a little bit fast. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so that looks pretty heavy, which is good, you know? Gives it a little bit more creativity. All right, put that there. Let that dry. Get your weathering powders. I don't think it's dry yet. Let's see. There you go. Pretty good. All right, fixed. And then we have black on the bottom and the inside. All right, so now that we're done with that, we are good to flip it over now. So let's zoom out for you guys so we can see what we just did. Oh, that's zooming out. Okay, that's zoomed out all the way. We're going to hold it from here. So we have our car like this. We did the underbody on both sides. That looks great. And now we have to do the ends. I think we're gonna do the ends tomorrow because I'm tired. So that was great. Love doing that. Thank you guys for watching the video, the live stream. Don't forget to subscribe and watch my latest video, because that thing's freaking cool, man. I worked a long time on that, so go ahead and check that out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.